Okay, let's get into this. Today we're doing a deep dive into the source material for this really unique transmission, Beneath the Quiet Signal.
Yeah.
Our goal here is to unpack its very intense mission statement, understand its operating principles, what makes it tick, or maybe what makes it push back against the usual stuff.
Yes, and what's immediately striking is how it frames itself. It's less like, a typical audio show and much more like a psychological, almost spiritual manifesto. It sets a really high bar right away, not just for itself, but for you, the listener. We're talking big themes immediately. Silence, truth, this idea of remembrance, and a very clear rejection of what we normally think of as content.
That rejection really stands out first, doesn't it? The sources are adamant. This is not motivation.
Right.
It's not advice. And if you showed up looking for something, safe, easy, algorithmic.
They tell you to leave, straight up.
Yes, just leave. It positions itself as the complete opposite of a comfortable, curated feed.
And that stance, it forces you to ask about the intention behind it all. Their stated purpose isn't just to inform or entertain. They actually call it a reckoning.
A reckoning. That's strong language.
It is. And they use this metaphor, a mirror held so close, it cuts. The psychological angle is pretty clear there. The truth they're offering, it seems, is designed, as they put it, to make you awake, not necessarily comfortable, not to confirm what you already think.
Right. It's confrontational.
Exactly. And when they talk about wanting to rewrite your nervous system from the inside out, that's aiming for a fundamental shift in perception. It's about changing how you respond to reality, not just giving you new facts.
It's a huge claim. But you have to wonder, is this rejection of content maybe its own kind of very specific marketing, like reverse psychology?
That's definitely a tension worth exploring. But if you look at the bigger picture they paint, this whole thing seems built on a core philosophical conflict. The real battle, they argue, isn't out there somewhere. It's internal. It's between truth and forgetting. So their whole method seems designed to amplify that inner, they call it a pulse, that truth that won't die, trying to make inner awareness louder than all the external noise.
And how they identify themselves fits right into that mission, doesn't it?
Perfectly.
They're very clear, not experts, not influencers, not entrepreneurs. They call themselves rememberers and students of the silence, that term rememberers. It sounds like they mean remembering something fundamental, something lost.
I think that's exactly it. Remembering the sort of hidden code behind the illusions we live with, the core truths about ourselves and reality that get buried under, cultural static.
Right. Buried truths.
And they promise to go to uncomfortable places for it, to descend into the uncomfortable rooms where truth still bleeds, unfiltered and raw.
Wow.
Their focus areas are really specific too. The code behind illusion, the psychology under our beliefs, the patterns shaping destiny. Deep stuff.
So who is this actually for then? Who are they expecting to stick around for this kind of intensity?
Well, they define the audience pretty rigorously. It's for those who, and this is their phrase, cannot lie to themselves anymore.
Okay.
People who refuse to keep wearing the mask, who reject the constant focus on, routine, career, status, getting applause.
So a very specific kind of listener fatigue, maybe. Someone looking for something else entirely.
Exactly. And because the audience is defined so tightly, the instructions for listening are just as unusual. This is key, I think. You're told not to listen with your rational mind.
How do you listen then?
You're meant to listen with the quiet inside you, which suggests moving away from purely intellectual understanding towards something more intuitive, maybe meditative absorption.
Like feeling it rather than just thinking about it?
Precisely. And the final insight they offer is that some words aren't primarily for understanding in the usual sense. They're meant to rearrange you.
To rearrange you. That's the core of it, perhaps. It's not about information transfer. It's about transformation. A perspective shift through this brutal honesty and depth they keep mentioning.
That seems to be the ultimate aim, yes, transformation. Which leads to their fundamental suggestion, really. If the signal isn't truly external, if it was always inside you, then what noise are you choosing? What layers are you amplifying instead of that inner quiet?
That's the challenge.
It is. And they leave you with that warning, or promise, depending how you see it. Stay long enough, and you will never hear the world the same way again.
A powerful thought to leave things on. That's the depth we've uncovered today, beneath the quiet signal.